Second grade, today we are going to be making clay turtles. So the first thing you're going to get is a paper plate. What I want you to do when you get your paper plate is write your name on it, and a 2, and your grade. Then you're going to tear off a small piece of brown paper towel, and you're going to lay it over the top. This is going to be your work surface, and this is also what's going to support your turtle as you're working. I am going to come around and pass out pieces of clay. They are a cube, and what I want you to first do is kind of tap the corners with your hand so that it starts looking a little bit round, and then roll it in your hands or roll it on the table until it's a nice round ball. It does not have to be perfect. The next step is you're going to flatten it like a pancake, taking and flattening and turning it. So I'm lifting it up and I'm kind of turning it around and around. When it is about the size of your palm, which is the inside part of your hand, then I want you to put it on the paper towel. This is going to be the turtle shell. So you're going to have a bunch of tools next to you, and I want you to start putting some patterns on the shell. You're going to do decorations all the way around it. Don't go all the way through. You don't want to poke holes through your shell, but you can use all different types of tools. You notice I'm spinning the plate, getting a radial design. Radial means circular, all the way around my shell. And don't go overboard. You want it to be nice and neat. But all of these tools will make fun little different textures. So play around with the tools and make patterns. And I think right in the middle I will just put a little polka dot. Okay? So looking at the different patterns and textures on my shell, it is also only this thick. It's not very thin, but it's not too thick. It's about the thickness of your pinky finger. When it is done, then you're going to flip it over, and you're going to get another small piece of clay from me. It'll be about this size, okay? What you're going to do then is carefully pinch off about 6 pieces. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I'm going to take those 6 pieces and I'm going to roll them into small balls. 1, 2, 3. They're all about the same size. 4, 5, and 6. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them into stubby worms, just by making them into small cylinders. They're not very long. About that, okay? Probably about the same size as your thumb from end to end, for end to the first crack. Then what we're going to do, after we have those, they're not too skinny. You don't want them to break. Clay that is skinny will snap and shatter, but thicker clay will be a little bit tougher. So what we're going to do then is you are going to score. Scoring is how you attach things to clay. You can't just set it on here and let it stick. It will eventually dry and fall off. So we have to make score marks. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what score marks look like. Score marks are little marks like this, okay? But you have to score both the place where you're putting it and the piece that you're putting it on. Then you're also going to have a cup of water in between you and a partner, and you need to stick your finger in the water and wet the score mark. Then you're going to put score mark to score mark and press and blend. Then I'm going to do, so if let's say that's the head, I'm going to score, score, slip, and blend. Score, score, slip, and blend. Score, score, slip, and blend. So my legs aren't sticking out too far. Then score, score, slip, and stick, and blend. This one here I want it to be the tail, so I'm going to make it a little bit of pointy before I put it on, just by doing that. And I'm going to score and slip, and I'm going to blend. So this is the bottom side of our turtle. At this point, when you have it done, you want Mrs. Minot to put your name on it, okay? So you, while I'm waiting, can take a sharp tool like this one, or like a pencil, and write a 2, and your teacher's initial. Let's say I'm in Gardner's class, I'm going to put a G. And I will come over and do your initials. Don't let me forget. You need to come help me. Tell me. While you're waiting, at your table is going to be a roll of paper towel. And you need to make a very small ball of paper towel. So I want you to tear just a small amount, crinkle it all up into a small ball. And then when I come over to do your initial, you're going to give me your ball. And I'm going to write your name, and then I'm going to take it and have it shaped into a turtle for you, like this, okay? So when he flips over, then he is curved on the paper towel, and that's how he will dry. You can also, before you attach the head, you can take a sharp tool, and I'll let you see what I'm doing here. I'm going to zoom in again. On his face, you can poke 2 tiny little eyes, and then I have a wire tool. You can take that sideways and give him a little tiny mouth. So I'm going to carefully pick him up. This is something I don't really want you to do, but you can see his little face. Okay, so texture the shell, score and slip little tiny stumpy legs. You don't want them long because you don't want them to dry and break off. And then I will take him and let him dry, and then I will fire him in the kiln. I know it's a lot of information. We'll do it step by step. Thank you for listening.